Hello and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another GT Sport drift setup. Now, update 1.47 dropped a few days ago, and I've actually been away on holiday out of the country, so unfortunately I haven't been able to put anything together for you guys from this update. But I landed this morning, and the first thing I wanted to do was get a setup done for you. And the first car I wanted to bring you is actually the Mercedes, the 300 SEL 6.8 litre AMG. Now, any of you that have been following the channel for a while now will know exactly why I've picked this car, and it's all down to its drivetrain. This is the only rear-wheel drive car in this pack, unfortunately, and I'm not a huge fan of drifting the four-wheel drive cars. I have taken the Porsche out and had a little play with it this morning, and yeah, it's okay. Certainly from a track point of view, I absolutely love it, but from a drifting aspect, it's not the best. The fact that there is no option to actually adjust the torque distribution really does make it a little bit challenging to use in certain situations. I will continue to play around with that and maybe bring something out for you all, but for now, like I say, I want to concentrate on this Mercedes. It works great as a drift car. There is a couple of downsides to it though. The power delivery itself does feel a little bit sluggish at times, and certainly gear changing mid-drift can cause issues. Unless you've got a really good angle, it will want to straighten up just while you're changing that gear. So be mindful of that. And the other thing is also the weight. It does feel quite heavy. You try and use that by loosening up the back end a little bit with the setup, but it still feels quite heavy through the corners. But what I've actually done here is change up the tyres slightly. Now, a lot of people will complain and say that that's not quite right. It's not the way to do it. However, I have found running a medium tyre on the front and a hard tyre on the back seems to work best for me. But rather than me just chatting about it, let's go and take a look at the setup and I'll explain it all a little bit further. So with this Mercedes then, like I say, power you want to take as high as you possibly can here. So all the way to level 5, up to 151% there, and that's going to leave you 638 brake horsepower. Weight reduction wise, like I say, this car is pretty heavy, but I've actually only taken it to level 3 there. You can take it obviously further if you want to and drop the weight a little bit more, but you're not saving a huge amount. So I'll leave that one up to you, and it's whether you've got the mileage points, I guess. But I've taken it to level 3 there. Weight reduction there dropped to 91%, and that's going to leave you 1,487 kilograms. Traction control for this one is set to 0. I've got comfort hard tyres both front and rear. The brake balance on this is set to -2. Ride height on the front is set to 70 and on the rear is set to 80. Natural frequency on the front is 2.25 and on the rear is 2. Anti-roll bar on the front there remains the same at 7 and the same on the rear as well at 4. And the compression and rebound I haven't touched either at 55, 55 and 85 and 85. Camber angle on the front I've got set to 3 and on the rear is set to 0.8. Toe angle on the front is out 0.4 and in 0.2 on the rear. Downforce you can't adjust on this particular car. The differential I've got set to fully customised there, and I've got 10, 50 and 35. And with the transmission, I haven't actually done much with this either. I did play around with it but ended up coming back to this. So just set it to fully customised, set your max speed to 162 miles per hour and just leave everything else exactly the same. Now, I've been really enjoying this car this morning, and I really hope you guys enjoy the setup that I've given you today as well. As always, remember, you can just play around with this. Use what I've given you as a base. It's exactly what I've used to make this video, and it's definitely working pretty well for me. On top of that, for me at least, this is definitely one of the most beautiful cars in the game, and I know there's going to be loads of you that disagree with that. However, for me, that boxy shape, the way this car just sits so low, and those super wide rear tyres, it just looks perfect in my opinion. And if you like the livery that I'm displaying here on the car, then it is one that I've come up with. I have shared it out as well, so if you just go onto the Discovery tab, search for Beasted or AMG, and it should come straight up for you. As always, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. I've got videos like this coming out all the time. Also, if you've enjoyed it, give the video a like and use that comment section down below to just get in contact with me, have a chat, and also let people know what you think of the setup. Thanks for stopping by. I'm going to leave you with some more footage of me messing around with the car, and I'll see you on the next one.